copyright music. Gotta turn that off. I am so happy. I just finished working on the August 28th vlog. That is uploaded. Well, it's uploading now. Actually, when I left home, it said 42 minutes to go on the upload. But the Windows Media video file is uploading to my FTP account, and the same file is uploading to YouTube. So it's uploading. Once I get to work, it should be finished, and I'll be able to look at it then. So that's pretty awesome. So it seems like I only got 2 more shows to do. I got to do August 29th, and I also got to do September 3rd. Then I also got to do today. So there's only 2 more shows to do. So I'm finally caught up. I purposely did not shoot a few of those days because I had so many different days to catch up. There would be no way I could catch up. I was like, 20 days behind? So I'm finally caught up. Hopefully, this won't happen again where I get so far behind. Oh, there we go. Rush hour begins. I'm kind of mad at myself because I woke up late. I woke up really late this morning, and even though I am on time for work, there's a wonderful view walking this way. Okay. Maybe I should ask her for a ride. Oh, no, she's a kid. Oh, God! No! In the distance, oh, my God. Okay. She has to be like at least 15 or 16 years old. No, no, I don't want that. Good Lord. From a distance, she looked like an adult, and she looked like she was trying to get to a bus stop to catch, public transit. Yeah. But when she got closer, she's walking up the street this way. As she got closer, then I was like, oh no, that's a child. I don't know, maybe it was this way when I was in school, but kids looked like kids back when I was in school. But these days, these kids look like full-grown adults, and it's hard to really tell. And if they have a fake ID and you don't know how to recognize fake IDs, you'll be in some hell of trouble. Oh, good Lord, really? I'm just sitting here right now. Seriously, this is where I've been sitting for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, this is crazy. I don't think I'll be on time. Oh, the laws of attraction. I'm not going to be on time. I'm not going to be on time. So the law of attraction, the universe will give you exactly what you're saying. You're not going to be on time. Oh, I saw that movie Secret. Even though I believe in the law of attraction, I definitely don't believe in it the way they portray it. It's just like, I should not bring this up. I was about to get into religion. No, that's not this show. Maybe I'll start another vlog about religions. Oh, I gotta dig in my notes with it, sorry. It's okay. I did not want to drive to work today. I swear, I set my alarm clock for 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to leave house, and I give myself time to wake up, but I had to leave the house at 5:30 in order to get over to the train, which leaves at 6:28. But I had to walk, and that in yesterday's vlog, which you're going to see in a moment, yesterday's vlog, not yesterday's, but on August 28th vlog, excuse me, I walked this sidewalk here from home all the way to here. So it's like about 2 miles. It's not a, it's just a mile, but it's a mile and a half, 2 miles, whatever. And so I walked from there to there and caught the train, which comes at 6:28. I always give myself plenty of time, you know, just in case I have to slow up or my legs start cramping, I can't walk as fast, you know, whatever. So if I leave house at 5:30, I have an hour to take my time to get to the train station. I wanted to do that this morning and set my alarm clock for 4 o'clock, and my alarm clock said missed alarm, which means it went off. I slept right through it. So now I got to drive to work, which sucks because I really did not want to drive. I really wanted to catch the train and the shuttle bus, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's now 8:30. It's 8:30 now. With this traffic, I'm not sure if I'll make it by 9. So I'm going to hope I make it to work on time. I gotta be there at 9. It really doesn't matter though. My time is kind of wide open. They told me as long as I do 8 hours every day, 40 hours a week, you know, so if you do have to take out a few hours on the day, just make sure you make it up. They don't want me working over 40 hours. They don't want me working under 40 hours. Unless I take a full day off, like an actual full day off, and there's really absolutely no way for me to make up those 40 hours, then of course, but they really want you to work 40 hours. No more, no less. And that's my current schedule now because I'm not on the phones. All I do is do tickets and process tickets, and I call people if I need more information from them. I process Active Directory requests, and we have proprietary software that we have to help out with and create new accounts, stuff like that. So it doesn't require me to be there at certain times, but I really wanted to be there today at 8 o'clock by way of train. It didn't happen. Oh, but one good thing, today is the official announcement. It's August 29th. Oh, no, August 29th. Sorry guys, I just woke up. It is September 5th. And today is the official Microsoft Nokia announcement of the next Windows phone that's going to come through Nokia. Samsung has already released yesterday a photograph of their phone. It's really small. It's their small version of a phone. It's made for people who like small phones versus the really big phones that HTC and Samsung has been coming out with. So tonight, I'm going to be at work when this announcement is going to be shown live on CNET. CNET's going to show the whole entire thing live on their website, but I'm not going to be there to see it. What I got to do is find a YouTube video or go to CNET to see if I can get a rebroadcast of it so I can officially see it. Then after I watch the video, I want to do an iLog about it. So by the time you see this video, this particular video, the iLog will already be published, and the Nokia Microsoft announcement would have already been announced. But I'm excited because I want to see what's going to be happening. You know, I really want to see what they're going to do. Oh, Jesus, good grief. Usually there's another street that I take, but I have to get gas, so I had to reroute. But I usually take another street, which is south of here, to get to work, and it's not as busy as this street. Well, this sucks. I put $10 of gas in the car. I may spend $10 of gas just sitting here. Oh, what the hell? What y'all looking at? Go! Bitch. Oh, this car just cut right in front of me. And honking at me because it's cut in front of me. Fucker. There's people in there driving. Seriously. Woo! Oh boy. This is why I want to catch a train. I swear. This is why I want to catch a train. Because I can't stand rush hour traffic. People, it's like, remember that cartoon? I mean, and maybe that cartoon's not shown anymore because it's so old. I don't think the young folks know this cartoon. But the old folks do. And it's that Goofy cartoon that Disney produced. Probably back in the 60s. I'm not sure when it came out. And it was when Goofy was this very intelligent, very nice, extremely nice dog, you know. He would open doors for old people. He was just ultra nice. But as soon as he turns the ignition on his car, he becomes, and then horns grew out of his head, and he becomes this raged driver. It's like a completely different person. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or something. And that's what I feel like sometimes. In rush hour traffic, I become Mr. Hyde. You know? And I just become this evil person. It's just, I hate dealing with this shit. And I'm glad that, well, Whole Foods provides a shuttle bus from downtown to where I work so I can still get to work if I catch a train. I would rather get up 2 hours early. I would rather get up 2 hours early to catch the train in the shuttle than to deal with this crap. I swear, I hate it. And you wonder why I smoke. There are a lot of people driving this truck and they don't smoke. I know. Oh, good. I'm really pissed because Microsoft still haven't, released, have not, has not, has not, has not. Okay, what's the proper grammar for that? Is it have not, or is it has not? Hasn't, haven't. Microsoft haven't released. Microsoft hasn't released. You know, I'm not grammar. I can never be a grammar teacher. Never, ever. It just won't work for me. And yes, I am college educated. I have a bachelor's in electrical engineering, and I have a master's in information technology. None of those included language. Oh, it did include language because I did computer language. But computer language does not count. Hasn't. Haven't. Good Lord. Really? English is so difficult. You know that? And it's the only language I know. And you know, of all the languages that I know, as far as computers are concerned, English is the only language that I know the least. In some ways, it's not true, but because there's a lot of languages I don't know in computers. But yeah, I can understand computer language more than spoken language and written language, which is completely two different things. Spoken English is just you think about it, it's just a bunch of sounds that mixes together in a certain pattern. And that's why when you listen to other people speak a different language, and you don't understand that language, it sounds like noise to you. It's like, or it's like, others with this or that, or, I can't, or, you know, Klingon language. Those are spoken languages. And it's just a conjugation of a bunch of words together, of sounds, actually, that's placed together. There was spoken language before there was written language. But that's not true as well, because at some point in human development, before we spoke, we drew. And we drew what we knew. And in some way, that was a language to convey a story, or to keep history, or a log of some sort, so that we can remember how things were, or what used to be, or to tell even a fictional story. And people told stories back then, of course. Rush hour traffic. Got another. So there was written language as well. And then over the years, the pictures turned into letters in some form or fashion. And in some cases, the pictures still look like pictures, like hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics looks like, pictures. But over the years, it morphed into several different characters that we know today. And certain regions maintain those characters, and that's why everybody in that region, like a country or state, began to adapt that particular form of writing. Now it's taught in schools, and now it's written, it's documented on how to write in certain ways. So that's why languages of today may last a little bit longer than languages back in the days, because back in the days it wasn't really documented or taught how to speak and how to write. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, the traffic is really throwing me off here. But these days, because everything is documented, we got books, we got videotapes, we got videos, and we got written language, we got things written down. Language of today won't change as fast because we actually have recordings of people teaching languages. And so they're standards now. Though there have been changes. Like ROFL is now a language. It's now a word. Rolling on the floor laughing. Internet, it wasn't a word. It's not a word. That's why whenever you spell internet, it's supposed to be in capital letters. It's capital INTERNET. It's supposed to be a capital letter I to describe the internet, even though it's not really owned by anybody. No one really owns the word internet. But there are a lot of words that are created because of changes, like jargon that you hear about, as well as slang language usually becomes an actual added word to a dictionary. Like, for instance, that's hot. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're burning up. It actually also means that, you know, that is something that you feel is really awesome or exciting or cool. Whew, I hate that little off-ramp here. I really hate that off-ramp because you don't have a lot of time to get over all the way to the right to make a turn here. And if there's a lot of traffic coming in, it's really difficult. All right, according to my car, it's 8:46. So at some point, the camera's going to cut off because it only does 30 minutes at a time. And if I don't have time to reach over and restart the camera, this is probably going to be the end of recording for this particular drive. And my nose is itching a little bit. I think this light takes forever to turn. Alright, I made the light. I really wanted to drive, to ride the train to work. I hate dealing with this. Again, I would rather wake up 2 hours early just to catch the train than to deal with this every single day. I'm not trying to say I don't like to drive. I love driving. I just don't like dealing with rush hour. I like it when, like on Monday was Labor Day, so a lot of people were off. It was wide open. I loved it then because I was just cruising along, good, and took my time, and I had to worry about traffic that much. It was a really nice drive to work. I like that kind of driving. But because the world is the population is growing, especially in major cities, I think that free driving that I used to do when I was a child is no longer. That's done with. When I was a kid, at about 10 o'clock at night, I would take my girlfriend at the time, girlfriends, that I had, and I would say, hey, let's just go for a drive, and we'll just get on the expressway in LA, California, back in the early 90s, and the freeways will be primarily empty, except for Friday and Saturday nights, but during the week, the freeways are wide open, and it was really nice just to drive. But now, not that way anymore. LA has become pretty bad no matter what time you drive. It could be 1 o'clock in the morning. It's horrible. And I mean, it could be like 1 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday morning. Okay, it could be Tuesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and the traffic is unbelievable in LA. It's just unbelievable, and they got thousands of freeways. I mean, they have so many freeways in LA, and it still doesn't really help with traffic. And they even said they could build more freeways. They can do that, but it would not help. And that's why there's been a lot of money on public transit there. LA is really trying hard to add a really nice transportation system there that will help with some of that traffic. And it's helping a little bit, but still people want to get in their cars. And one thing I like that I applaud Metro for is that the trains used to start running usually at 11 p.m. 12 o'clock p.m. is usually the last time you can get on a train. But on Friday and Saturday nights, they extended the last train to at least 2. So if you're out at a bar somewhere and you get a little drunk or something, you can still catch a train home, depending on where you're at and where you live. And there are some buses that still run 24 hours as well. They have some of the what they call the express buses or the limited buses. They run a little bit later as well to accommodate the trains, so that people can still get home even at 2 o'clock in the morning. I think they made it where if you work, if the place that you're going to and you live in a vicinity of the train station, no matter where you are, you'll still be able to get home or leave that public attraction at 1:30 in the morning and still get home at a good time. So it's really good. It's a really good system. New York is different. I mean, they run trains 24 hours a day. And I hope that someday Metro will go ahead and start, doing that. Maybe they will. Where they can operate trains 24 hours a day. And, I mean, even if it's once an hour, I think people will still use it. I think it'll be really, really good. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Chicago runs trains 24 hours as well, but they only have 2 lines that runs 24 hours, and that's the red and blue line. Red and green. It's a red and blue line, right? Yeah, it's the red and blue line. And those trains run 24 hours. Their other elevated trains don't run 24 hours. They start running at 12 midnight, and they begin again at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and that's, that kind of sucks because not everybody lives off a red or blue line in Chicago. But at least they got something. They're running 2 trains 24 hours a day. I think that's awesome. I hope that LA will begin to do that eventually. Maybe, if not for every single line of theirs, I think the LA train, the blue line, the red line, and the gold line could really be 24 hours. I think those would be the 2 lines that could really benefit from being 24 hours. The Aqua line or the Expo line, maybe so. Maybe needs a few more years to grow. So, rush hour traffic. Yeah. But Austin, I like what